So, I've already recorded this video twice, and this time, I forgot to unmute my microphone. Yeah. Whoops. So, if you really want to help me out, please hit that subscribe button down below and let me know what you think of the video. And let's really get cracking. Moving on into the video, Mr. Michael Ballack, Mr. Germany, Mr. Chelsea. He looks unreal. This card is available in the SBC section as well as on the transfer market for quite an extortionate price. So this guy really is a premium player and you should expect a lot from this card. But he really does have the stats to back it up. 92 overall as a cam. Whether you should play him cam though is a different story. 6'2", high medium work rates, right-footed, 4-star, 4-star. All the juicy stuff. Moving on to the attributes. Face card stats look absolutely incredible. 83 pace, 93 shooting, 90 passing, 87 dribbling, 82 defending, and 88 physical. And I'll tell you what, this card looks very, very viable in a lot of positions, which means he is incredibly versatile depending on what team you do rock. But going into his in-games, he really does back up what his market value says. He has incredible pace, especially with the chem style. I recommend Shadow, but in saying that, pace-wise, incredible. Shooting-wise, absolutely phenomenal, which does mean you can play him in a more advanced role and really bang some shots in. With the likes of 95 shot power and 91 finishing, he's not really going to miss the target too often. Passing-wise, absolutely phenomenal. 95 short passing, 94 long passing, and the one real dilemma with this card, which really isn't a big deal. 70 curve. It means you're not going to be able to finesse shot it. It means you're not going to be able to play some super incredible balls, but he should definitely still hit the target. Dribbling wise, he looks unreal. The two things that are a bit annoying is the fact that he does have low agility and low balance, which are two of the biggest stats in terms of dribbling. But being 6'2", you don't expect him to be too agile, so it makes sense, but it is something to take note of. And moving on into dribbling, overall his dribbling stats look absolutely incredible, but the two main stats being agility and balance are extremely low. But you do expect that being 6'2", so you can't really say, oh well, he's not agile, oh he's got bad balance. He's not really supposed to be agile. So that is something to take into consideration, but the rest of all of his dribbling stats do look really good. Defending wise, his stats are quite good. They're not god tier though, but that can be improved. And then physicals off the charts, man. 93 jumping, 91 stamina, 87 strength, 86 aggression. I mean, what else do you want? Really? What else do you want? Moving on to player trade. So he does indeed have the power free kick and power header trait, which does in fact mean absolutely nothing. Nothing. It means nothing, and no one cares about these traits. So they are good to just have on the side, but really they're nothing to talk about. He doesn't have finesse shot trait. It's not a big deal, but that is something to take note of. But in saying all that, let's get into the gameplay and see how he feels in game and see if this card really is worth it.
Oh, no.
No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and gloves. Now you gotta do a run up. No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and now you gotta do a run up. No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and gloves. Now you gotta do a run up. No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and now you gotta do a run up. No rush, go on, move back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and gloves. Now you gotta do it right now. No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peacing. Now you got a deal right now. No rush, go on, move dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peacing. Now you got a deal right now. Whole gang, whole man, old school, young jam, all black, MZ, still screaming out of that chain gang. Gang, whole man, old school, young jam, all black, MZ, still screaming out of that chain gang. And you got a deal right now. And you got a deal right now. No rush, go on me. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and gloves. Now you got a deal right now. No rush, go on me, dumb. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and now you got a deal right now. No rush, go on me. Back and forth, push and shove. Make your peace and love turn to peace and gloves. Now you got a deal right now.
Never wanted a king, I just wanted to leave. They wanted me to change, I just wanted to be me. Now they want me in chains, I just wanted to be free. And they turned a blind eye, well now I want them to see. I ain't here to make friends, I just need to make amends. Yeah, the odds stacked against me, I'm just here to break the trends. Bring them weapons in, since my melanin got them questioning what's best for them. When the record ends, I'll be reckoning. Wanna see us up, the system made to fail. I'm on my way to heaven, but for now I give them hell. Where I'm from, 21, you either dead or in jail. It feel amazing looking at they faces when you prevail. What more do you want from me? Couple sins from my past, they been haunting me. I'm a legendary son, you gon' get all of me. Load it up, you gon' get this work at market fee. Matter of fact, it's all for free. Calm down, nah, here I go. I've been shooting up the screen like I'm setting pick and rolls. They see me listed with the freshest. It's cool, they didn't know. Leave a seed outside, man, it's guaranteed to grow. I'm about to blow, doc, hold up, wait a minute, now I'm strapped in. I done seen the light, so grab a camera for the action. Learn to play the hand, I was dealt in my advantage when the cards in my hand. Every move is a gambit, understanding what's a king.
But after all that gameplay, what are we thinking of this card? 1.25 mil is an extortionate amount of coins. And is this card worth it? Simply put, no. And here's the reason why. Overall, pros wise, he's a brick wall. He's got the build, he's got the stats. Literally no one is touching this card. The amount of power this kid has is just absolutely unreal. As a box to box center mid, he just guns straight through absolutely everybody. And when it does come to the point where he is about to get tackled, it doesn't matter if it's a 5-yard pass he needs to play or a 50-yard pass. This guy without a doubt can knock that 50-yard ball on either foot with no dramas at all, being pinpoint accurate, and that is definitely a pro in my opinion. But in talking about box to box, this guy has high medium work rates, which does mean as a CDM he does press a little bit more than lots of people may like. I enjoy players pressing, but it's not for everybody, so that is something to take note of. But this guy will definitely work for you 90 minutes of the game without a doubt, with high stamina as well. He will not stop running and will be a constant force in your midfield. And then also talking about how well-rounded this card is, it does mean he is incredibly versatile. He can play a multitude of positions. He could play center back, he could play CDM, he could play center mid, he could play cam, he could really even play up top if you really wanted to, because he does have that physical presence and unreal shooting. So really, this card can play anywhere for you. But where I recommend is definitely box to box CDM, without a doubt, because it does mean you get a bit of both worlds. You do get that incredible defensive presence within the midfield as well as his attacking capabilities. They're not going to waste. So box to box CDM is definitely the role for me. But there are a couple cons with this card, and the first one's the glaringly obvious one, the price. 1.25 mil on Xbox market value and 1.5 mil PS4 value, as well as being 1.25 mil in terms of SBC value on pretty much both consoles unless you have fodder. So this card is extremely expensive. Whether he is worth that price though, I don't know. And the reason being is because there are a multitude of other players in the same sort of role that cost a fraction of the price. Just to name a few: Renato Sanchez, Sissoko, Pogba. He probably plays the most like Sissoko, but they're just some honorable mentions. Like, you could get Sissoko and Pogba for the price of this card. What would you prefer? What would I prefer? I'd prefer the latter. And then really the other con for me is he can be clunky. The agility and balance kind of get the best of him at times. It does mean that his skill moves don't come off as smoothly as what it would for other players. It is a con, but it's really not the end of the world because he is still a powerhouse. He will still break the line. He still will be able to run straight through plays without a doubt, just purely based on his physical stats alone, as well as his pace. So it's really not the end of the world, but it is definitely something to take note of when you are paying such a premium for this card. Enjoyment factor wise, I did really enjoy him, but is he worth the coins? No. 8.8 enjoyment factor, 8.2 value for coins, purely based off the fact you can get players at a very, very similar caliber in relation to this card for quite literally half the price. So if he works for your team, by all means get him. But in my opinion, I'd say look to maybe branch out into other avenues and spread your coins around your team rather than sticking it right into one player. But in saying all that, hopefully this player review did indeed help. Let me know down below what you think of the video, and in saying all that, it has been your boy Ticccy, and I will look to catch you guys all in the next one. Peace out.
Last year on the corner sipping OE, had to get off the block. Best friends